Well, hey, good day there. This is Joe Van Cleve, and I decided I would take you guys along on a little video tour of Nob Hill Albuquerque. It's Tuesday morning, and a lot of the delivery trucks are making their rounds, and so there's the sound of diesel trucks idling, etc., etc. But we're taking a little stroll in Nob Hill, Albuquerque. So normally there's paid parking in this part of town, but because they're doing this Albuquerque Rapid Transit construction in the middle of Central Avenue, they've decided in their magnanimity to make the parking free. So the little paid parking kiosk is no longer active, and boy, I feel like the city fathers have really done us a favor here, besides tearing up the street and causing all the businesses to go out of business because of lack of business. So this has always been one of my favorite little alleys. There's the back of this building, and then further down the alley you see some storefronts next to or behind some of the shops that are some of my favorite places. So one of the kind of cool little places is this little alleyway here. You got the different colored buildings and cars, which I think is really cool. This newly renovated building, it has this slightly rusted sheet metal facade. Now, this is one of my favorite little things, which is right up there. It's like a Madonna little graffiti art or whatever. Very cool. Well, murals are big in Albuquerque, and that's no exception here. This used to be the Shade Tree Cafe, which was a bar and grill and motorcycle shop, and unfortunately now you can see that it is up for lease. Shade Tree moved and or went out of business, but we still have this cool artwork here, which I've really enjoyed over the years. So the rents in Nob Hill, Albuquerque are really expensive. This is probably the most expensive real estate in Albuquerque, but it's a lot of retail spaces, and a lot of times the profit margins are really low. So businesses tend to come and go fairly rapidly. And so here you can see the back of a place, and what's left of it is they're throwing out a lot of materials. They're trying to renovate the place. So this is kind of what you're left with, but it is kind of cool though, I mean, photographically. So another thing that I really love about these alleyways is it's the archaeology of past businesses that have been here. So for instance, mechanical room. I don't know what that's from, but that's been there for years and years. And then Chinese Village. I haven't known of a Chinese place here in decades, but nevertheless, there's the archaeology. The evidence of it is still present today. And Lil Vino microbrewery and wood oven pizza. This is their back door. That's a great place to eat and drink. One of my favorite places. They've been going strong over the years. And one of the cool things about this part of town is all of the public art, sticker art, plastered all over signposts all about here. This is almost endemic to this area, and I really love photographing and then studying all this stuff. And I think this is a work of art. This is an old parking box, a Paybox. And this thing has been here for a long, long time, and it just keeps getting more weathered and more weathered as you go. And it's really a paid parking for this little dirt lot behind the dumpster here. And speaking of dumpsters, it's good to know that recycling is really big in Albuquerque, huh? And it looks like everybody has their political opinion around here, for sure. Now, one of the more notable businesses that was here for a few years was Staples Office Supply, and they had the big red button right on the corner wall there. But it's gone. Alas, things don't last around here at all, do they? Things change all the time, and this is one example. This used to be the Red Wings Working Boots Workman's Shoe Store, which is now just boarded up, and the windows are covered in brown paper. And here is one of my favorite all-time pizza places, right? Lil Vino, the front of the place, still going strong, and they have multiple locations around the New Mexico area. I think up in southern Colorado. And this cream-colored Volvo station wagon is kind of important because it relates to the fella that owns the Guild Cinema, one of my favorite places to see movies. And it's a little single-screen art house theater in Albuquerque here. How cool is that? And there's always something closing down and something else taking its place. This is where where that motorcycle shop was. Now it's going to be some kind of a rustic star burgers and bistro, and it's always coming soon. There's always something coming soon around this area. Constant change is the rule. But there are some really cool art galleries around here, and this is one of them. This is a pretty cool place. There's some very unusual art here, and this is one of the things that makes this area so fun. Stranger Factory. Strange but true. Stranger Factory. Seems that recently that gelatos have been getting real popular around here, and they do come and go. And this is no different. This is Frost Gelato. Really cool place. Pretty yummy. A hot summer day. So if you're looking for some vinyl to spin on your turntable, this is the place. Nob Hill Music. They've been in this area for decades, and they got a great selection of vinyl, and they sell needles and cartridges if you need them. And if you need some tacos and tequila, Zacatecas is your place. Right there. Now, colorful architecture is sort of one of the things about the Southwest. It comes from the Mexican culture, but there's a lot of cool buildings here that are really colorfully decored. And not only do we have blue, but we have pink. Pink Rhino, that is, which is a local chain of used clothing stores. Really cool. This is one of their original locations. So I've been coming here into the Nob Hill part of Albuquerque for probably a decade, almost a decade, maybe 8 or 9 years of photographing and hanging out and just experiencing the culture, because I live in the suburbs of northeast Albuquerque, and this is more urban, walking, kind of city life, more big city life for a small town like Albuquerque. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed today's photo walk or video walk around Nob Hill of Albuquerque. Until next time, you have yourselves a great day.